All right, guys, we got some more content on the way for part 2 of this celebration, and we have EZA details for both the LR Vegeta Exchange Goku unit and also the LR Krillin and Gohan unit. We do have the translations for their details on the Dokkan Battle Wiki Twitter, so I will leave the link down in the description for the whole website if you want to check that out for yourself. So starting off with the Vegeta Exchange Goku unit, on 12 key, this is the Vegeta portion by the way, he will greatly raise attack by 50% and raise defense by 30% for 1 turn, cause colossal damage to the enemy. On 18 key, will raise attack and defense by 30% for 3 turns, cause mega colossal damage to the enemy. On his passive, will start the turn with key plus 3, attack and defense plus 180, then gains an additional key plus 4 and damage reduction of 30% when HP is 30% or more at the start of turn. Then gains an additional key plus 4 and launches an additional attack. There's a 50% chance of becoming a super if HP is 50% or more at the start of turn. Then gains another key plus 4 and launches another additional attack. There's a 70% chance of becoming a super attack if HP is 70% or more from the start of turn. Then gains an additional attack and defense plus 150 when attacking. If HP is 50% or less at the start of a character's attacking turn or starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle, you can revive with 70% HP recovered by exchanging with Goku when the character and ally attacking in the same turn is KO'd. Now, I like this a lot. Then we have when Vegeta exchanges into Goku, and the super attacks essentially remain the exact same. But Goku will start the turn with key plus 10, attack and defense plus 200%, then gains an additional attack and defense plus 159% when performing a super attack. Reduces damage received by 30%, has a 50% chance to crit, then gains an additional key plus 5 and attack plus 59% when there's an extreme class enemy. Then gains an additional damage reduction of 30% and performs a guaranteed crit when there's a Planet Namek Saga category enemy or another Planet Namek Saga category ally attacking in the same turn. Now, this conditional part of Goku's passive, this part, not so much. It's not that great because there just really isn't any Planet Namek Saga category units that are currently active in the game. But the Planet Namek Saga category ally portion, again, with how much Planet Namek Saga has been buffed in this celebration, naturally, but Dokkan's just done a very good job at doing it. You have quite a lot of units to essentially choose from. Or if you just run a full Planet Namek Saga team, it's going to be very easy to get this. You know, you're looking at the new Dokkan Fest Jeets, side banner Kui. Hopefully the LR Krillin Gohan's EZAs are good, because that's another unit. Super EZA Frieza. There's also the side EZAs for the Goku and the Nail, but those two are a bit eh. I mean, Nail could actually be very good, but you just don't really have another Namekian unit because that new LR Krillin and Gohan that came as a part 2 LR, not Krillin and Gohan, sorry, the LR Gohan and Piccolo unit that came for part 2 isn't a Namekian, but is a Piccolo unit at some point. So you could kind of use Nail to an extent, but then you have the part 2 LR and they're very good. So that means Goku will end up with 60% damage reduction and then guaranteed crit, which means he's actually going to be doing very good damage. And then combined again with how much stats he gets from just his passive and all the SA effects and then the additional, is very nice. It is honestly very, very nice. The only thing that is a little bit annoying about Goku's part of his passive is he doesn't actually have an additional. He actually loses any extra additional he has that Vegeta started with. So it would have been nice if he had like one. But he literally loses all of them. So at this point you are relying on skill orbs or dupes. Moving on to the Krillin and Gohan. Hopefully they're just as good as the Vegeta Exchange Goku unit because they look great. On 12 key, they will raise attack and defense by 30%, cause colossal damage to the enemy. On 18 key, will greatly raise attack and defense by 50%, cause mega colossal damage to the enemy. Starts the turn with attack and defense plus 170, has a 30% chance to dodge, key plus 1 per keys for obtained, then gains an additional key plus 1 per rainbow keys for obtained, then gains an additional attack and defense plus 50%, and a chance to evade enemies' attack plus 20% when performing a super attack. Then gains another additional attack plus 50% and launches an additional attack. There's a 50% chance to become a super attack when key is 18 or more. Will then launch an additional super attack and chance of evading an enemy's attack plus 20% when key is 24. I think the only thing this unit is missing before, what is it, the costume exchange they have? is them being their own rainbow orb changer. That's probably literally about it. Not that they need to be, but it would have been nice to have it. But regardless, I mean, what? 20% chance to dodge on super. If you can get their key at 24, that's another 20% chance. So they will have 50% chance to dodge. They're looking solid. They're looking solid. Don't forget, both the 18 and 12 key super attack effects are stacks. So they are looking very, very solid to start with. I mean, maybe in the dupe system, depending on how the exchange is, you maybe want to feed them a little bit more dodge. Once you do exchange or costume swap, the 12 key super attack, you'll greatly raise attack and raise defense by 30% for one turn, cause class damage to the enemy. On 18 key, will massively raise attack by 100% and greatly raise defense by 50% for one turn, cause mega class damage to the enemy. You start the turn with attack and defense plus 200%, have a 50% chance to dodge, key plus 2 per key sphere obtained, and then gains an additional key plus 1 per rainbow key sphere obtained. That's really nice. You can get these guys a whole bunch of key, especially when they have conditional parts of their passive, which is based on them getting key, like key at being 18 and key at 24. They then gain an additional attack and defense plus 58% and a chance of evading enemies' attack plus 20% when performing a super attack. I like that they keep that. I really do like that they keep that, especially because they now have a flat 50% chance to dodge, which immediately takes them to 70% chance to dodge. They then gain an additional attack plus 77% and launch an additional attack. There's a 50% chance, no, sorry, 70% chance of becoming a super attack when key is 18 or more. Then we'll launch an additional super attack and a chance to perform a crit plus 30% when key is 24 as well. And alongside those two amazing EZAs is some content coming out alongside Master Roshi. We're going to be getting the surprise reunion in the Dragon Family event where you can actually get a Kid Goten unit and Dokkan awaken him. We're going to be getting a new challenge event, which is the Heart Pounding Heroine Battle, which I've actually heard the fight against Bulma is actually very difficult and very annoying. So of course we're going to be covering that when it comes out. Can't actually wait to try it. I've heard it's hard. I've heard it's difficult. I heard it's annoying. Haven't seen anything on it just to keep it fresh for myself. So I'm, as I said, very much looking forward to that. Still need to wait for the Go Frieza fight. Still waiting for that. Of course, a new Dokkan event is coming soon. We know Roshi's coming. There's going to be Chapter 6 Part 2 of Area 37, so more free stones. And then there's going to be a new Infinite Dragon Ball History stage against Peppy Girls, more free stones. We've got Stage 63 of ESBR coming, which is against Battle of Wits, even more stones for yourself, and also Burst Mode as well, which means, guess what? Even more stones. So with all of these banners still coming alongside the content that we're getting while synced up with JP, it's going to help you out a bit, or saving for the 10th anniversary. But let me know what you think of those EZAs down in the comments. I think they're very, very good. But I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a great day, and peace.